That is your money leaving through the lights. It is not just a winter problem. In summer, attics reach 130 to 150 degrees on hot afternoons. That air pushes back through the same holes. Dust, insulation particles, and air hot enough to cook in, drop into rooms your air conditioner just cooled. Your AC fights not only outside heat, but the oven above your ceiling. There's also a moisture issue. Each unsealed light can push roughly 1/3 of a gallon of warm, humid air into a cold attic every day. That moisture hits cold roof sheathing and condenses. Over winter, it forms frost. After several winters, it becomes the start of mold on the underside of your roof from your lights. The part that kept coming up during research is that the fixtures were built to leak. Original recessed light housings, installed in tens of millions of American homes from the 1980s through the early 2000s, had intentional slots and holes. The reason was fire safety. Incandescent bulbs produce extreme heat. A 75W bulb in a sealed metal can inside an insulated ceiling is a fire hazard. The housings were vented, gaps in the metal letting heat escape. The fixture was designed to breathe. Air sealing or conditioned air flow into the attic was never considered. Electrical codes prioritized preventing fires. Energy efficiency belonged to another department that never intervened. Builders have known about the leakage for decades. Some stuffed fiberglass bats around the cans. Fiberglass does not stop air. It filters. It does not seal. Air passes through easily. The pink insulation you may see around recessed lights does almost nothing for air leakage. It reduces conductive heat transfer slightly, but does not stop air movement. Codes have partially caught up. 33 states now require airtight insulation contact-rated fixtures in new construction. New T-rated cans are sealed and gasketed, but nobody retrofits existing ones. Hundreds of millions of cans still vent air into attics the same way they did when installed in 1987 and 1994. In 2003, the DOE publishes guidance. Energy Star recommends it. Home energy auditors flag it in every inspection. The information exists, but lives in technical documents and audit reports most homeowners never open. The $2 cover does not have a marketing budget. Insulation contractors with trucks, crews, and websites offer sealing as part of a $2,000 attic job. The shelf cover at Home Depot has none of that. Checking your lights takes 10 seconds. On a cold or windy day, place your hand near a recessed light in a ceiling with attic space above it, not between floors. Hold a few inches from the round edge where the light meets the ceiling. If you feel air movement, cool air dropping around edges, or a slight pull upward, the fixture is leaking. Move to the next light. Most homes have leakage at every can. To see it, hold an incense stick near the edge. Watch the smoke. If it tilts toward the fixture or pulls sideways, you are seeing active air leakage. This is the same principle energy auditors use with smoke pencils during professional tests, at zero cost. Fixing it can be done in 3 ways, depending on your house. If you have attic access and can see the tops of cans poking through insulation, this is the cheapest and most effective method. Buy fire-rated, recessed light covers. They look like small boxes or domes of fire-resistant material, sized for standard 4-inch or 6-inch cans. Place them over each fixture, making sure they sit flat against the drywall from above. Leakage essentially stops. $2, 5 minutes. Apply a bead of caulking or spray foam around the base for a full seal, then return attic insulation over the top. The cover is rated for insulation contact. If attic access is not an option, use an LED retrofit trim kit. These snap into the existing can housing from below, costing $15 to $25 per light. They include a foam gasket that compresses between the new trim and ceiling when pushing the module into the can. Remove the old bulb and trim ring to install. Plug in the LED, push it flush, and that is it. You have sealed the air leak, cut lighting energy by 75%, and eliminated the heat from the old incandescent bulb that was driving the chimney effect. 3 problems solved with 1 swap from a stepladder in 5 minutes. Apply a bead of caulking around the edge if it does not sit perfectly flush. If you're not ready for either attic covers or retrofit kits, have no attic access, and just want to act now, run a bead of silicone caulking around the existing trim ring where it meets the ceiling. It will not seal the inside of the can, but closes the visible gap between the fixture and drywall, one of the air pathways. Least effective of the 3, costs almost nothing, and takes about 2 minutes per light. Better than doing nothing, which most homeowners are currently doing. A few things to know before starting. Sealing can lights is only part of the air leakage picture. Open chases around plumbing stacks, unsealed attic hatches, and gaps around chimneys are also leaking. The stack effect driving air through your ceiling depends on the pressure difference between the bottom and top of the house. Sealing the ceiling helps. Sealing the ceiling, attic hatch, and basement helps even more. Energy. Star guidance is to start at the top and work down because warm air rises, and the top leaks lose the most. Recessed lights are usually the largest single target. If your home has a natural draft gas furnace or water heater venting through a chimney, tightening the house can reduce the makeup air these appliances need to draft properly. In most homes, this is not an issue, but in rare cases, a tight house with an old naturally vented appliance can backdraft, pulling combustion gases inside instead of up the chimney. His furnace stayed off for 3.5 hours with only a 0.2 degree drop in indoor temperature. Before, it cycled every 20 to 30 minutes. Same house, same furnace, same thermostat. The only variable was open ceiling holes. Picture a January morning, 18 degrees outside. You enter the kitchen, lights are on, same recessed lights in place for 15 years. But something feels different. That faint coolness near the ceiling is gone. Air is the same temperature at the ceiling as the counter. The furnace ran once overnight instead of cycling every half hour. The next heating bill comes, lower by maybe $15 or $40. Multiply that across every month of heating season. Add cooling season because the same holes let 140-degree attic air into the house in August. That is what $30 of caps in a Saturday afternoon bought. A sealed ceiling, a drier attic, a furnace running less, and an air conditioner working easier. Most energy loss in a home occurs quietly. No alarm, no warning. The air leaves, the system works harder, and the bill arrives higher than it should. Fixes are rarely brand name products. They are a $2 cap, a tube of caulking, a Saturday morning project you will not think of again until the next bill comes in lower. The hard part was never the work. The hard part was knowing the holes existed. Please leave your thoughts about this content in the comments below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.